think our number one returner obviously is Nicole, our lone senior. She's a 3-year starter as a setter. She's going to contribute big and having that leadership role. She's our captain. So obviously I think she's the biggest returner that we have, and then I'm expecting big things from our middle hitters, Brittany Daly and Leslie Fulton. They're going to do a great job for us. They saw quite a bit of playing time last year. Leslie was a regular starter and Brittany got quite a bit of reserve play. So I think they're coming in ready to play and ready to contribute. And then, you know, our defense, Lindsay and Katie both played a significant amount last year and started a lot, and I think they're going to really step up and make a big impact. I think I'm really happy with our entire freshman group. I think we had a great recruiting class. Hannah Shields, a local player from Dan River, she's really looking good, and I'm expecting big things from her. Sarah Smoot is an outside hitter, came in as a freshman. She's doing a great job this spring and is going to, I think, make big impact. Jessica Sheik, she's very versatile, big time player for us, works hard, and she's going to help us in a lot of different ways, and that's kind of what we're figuring out is where she can help us the most, whether it's going to be outside, middle, right side, and that's part of her strength is it gives her the versatility to help us in a lot of different ways. And then Christiana Suma, she came in as a defensive player, and she's really been challenging for playing time and potentially starting as a libero. I think anytime you start a season when you have 9 freshmen and 8 returners, when your freshmen's more than half your team, things that you take for granted last year, you know, you have 5 seniors and you say, okay, let's run this drill, whatever drill it is, and that's it, that's all I say, and they go out and they start to drill and they grab a new player and say, okay, do this, go here, do that. I don't have to do a whole lot. They kind of took charge, and they're the ones that want to succeed, and they're the ones that want to win. And so now this year, it's not so much that our upperclassmen don't want to succeed, it's just there's so many freshmen, when I say do this drill, over half the team doesn't know what we're doing, and so there's a lot more instruction on my side. Okay, you got to go here, you got to move here, you got to do this, you got to go this way, and so. But it actually is refreshing and it's fun, and it's the adjustment I have to make is realizing that I need to explain things. Sometimes I use my one-word cues and they don't know what those cues mean yet, and that's part of coaching is you develop that one word, move your feet, or still platform, and when you get those little phrases, you have to make sure they know what you're talking about. So we spend a lot more time, all right, everybody come in here, let me explain what I mean. So that's the challenge, is just getting the freshmen up to speed. The speed of the game's a little faster, a little quicker, the expectations are higher, practices are more intense more often, and so it's just that getting the young people back to where they need to be and what you expect from them. Upperclassmen do a great job. Part of what we've done and my tradition and our history and the way we are, kind of our team culture, is our upperclassmen take leadership roles. So they provide guidance there. There's a lot of behind the scenes locker room talk. Okay, you don't do that type of thing. That's not, you don't show up late to a Miller practice. You don't make sure you bring what you're supposed to, and there's no straggling in. And so they do a lot of those things, and they know what my expectations are, and so it kind of tries to keep them out of trouble in the front end instead of waiting until they get in trouble. And so that's part of what I expect from them, and that's what they do a great job of. We always refer to something as we call Miller time, and that's whatever my watch says is what time it is. If I tell you it's 8 o'clock right now, it's 8 o'clock. I don't care what your phone says, I don't care what your watch says, I don't care what your mom and dad say. Whatever I say is the time it is, and so they kind of get used to being places early and on time, and so that's what the upperclassmen help, and they kind of, those traditions and expectations are conveyed to them at an early stage. I'm excited to see where we can get to, because I'm really happy. A week and a half of practice. When you come in a fall sport, you don't have a lot of time to prepare. You come in and you get 2 weeks, and then you start playing, and once you start playing, it's every weekend you're playing, once a week you're playing, so there's not a whole lot of time to prepare. So those first 2 weeks are real important, and I've been really happy with the first 2 weeks. Our freshmen have made huge strides, really progressing well, and so I think people are expecting us to be young and inexperienced, and I think they're going to find that we're a pretty good team. We got a lot of talent, a lot of strengths, and a lot of depth, and I think I'm really excited to see where we are in November when we get to the end of the season.